I am Dr. Jesse Schaefer. I play guitar and sing in a band called Scientist.
My name is Dr. Brandon, and I play drums in a band called Scientist.
Just a one, no last name. I played recorder in the 4th grade, and then came up playing drums and concert and marching band, and then we've been playing music together for
too long.
Like six years?
It's been like 7 years. Yeah.
For about 7 years, and we've been Scientist, the band Scientist, for maybe about 3 years. Started working on the record and coming together, writing about things that we love and things that we're passionate about and things that we enjoy playing.
That is very simple and very deep. I love it. For me, it's a chance to bring Jesus in a new way to people who normally wouldn't go to church. I think that's one of the things we set out to do whenever we started the band, is to reach new people in new ways. A lot of those people, they're not going to come to church. We're going to go to them.
Exactly. And I think, just like you said, we just love playing music. And for a lot of people, music played such a big role. I can only speak for myself and for us, but such a big role in my life as a teen or just coming up or even now. And to have the opportunity to be that for someone else is the total goal. I can remember a million times where I was feeling X, Y, or Z, and some song or through playing it or listening to it or even just reading through the lyrics or something really brought peace or joy, and just the idea that we could be a part of bringing that to someone else is the core of why we do anything, specifically in bringing joy and then also fun and just happiness to people. But the whole reason that we want to do that is just like you said, is to bring Jesus to people and be them. He's such an example of the joy that we're given because of God and the gospel. We just want to be an example of that and provide that for people as well. A lot of times being out on the road, you see both extremes of life. So there are times where we'll play the most ideal gig and it's perfect, and then we're at this super posh, nice place to stay, and we can eat all the food we want, and then there are other times where it's man, I don't know where we're going, I don't know where we're going to stay, I don't know how this is going to work, and to see God work through all of those things is such a testament to just how He works in our lives. But I think it's also shaped us in the people that we meet and their backgrounds and how music speaks differently to each person, and then just talking to them after the show, you really meet them where they're at and talk to them about the concerns and in the language that makes sense to them, and that's different for every person. And being able to play in so many different places, churches, venues, bars, high, low, here, there, every demographic that you can think of, it's different for each person based on where they're coming from. I got a couple of ideas.
The main one is family. And being away from your family, they see us show up and play on stage and then leave. And I think that the idea tends to get kind of construed in that it's really easy. But especially for being married and being on the road, it can be a struggle sometimes. It's a daily effort to really make sure you connect with your wife back at home and your family.
And I think that the behind the scenes aspect is probably the biggest thing that everybody, even us when we were learning music, it's 14-year-olds man, I wish I could tour and be on stage, and that is the thing that people think about as they think of a musician as going on stage. It's super fun. It is super fun. I love it so much. I wouldn't trade it for the world. But coming, with every set of good things comes a set of challenges, and that comes with driving late in the night, lifting hundreds of pounds of gear every night. The actual business end, taxes, the books, everything. All of that gets factored in, and a lot of times, even as musicians, we can trick ourselves into thinking that it's all fun and games. And I think that we're lucky enough to be in a job or in a career that a lot of it is honestly fun and games. I mean, it's so fun, but there's a lot of hard work behind the scenes, and not just like lifting stuff. It's literally running a business, and I think that's sometimes overlooked by people when they're talking to bands, but honestly sometimes it's overlooked by bands themselves, and that can put bands in a really tough spot. I think it's a little multifaceted. I hope that when people come to our show, at the very least, if we can accomplish one thing, is that they leave happy and they leave just a little more joyful. I think if we can inspire anything, like through the music or through the show, it's just that we should enjoy life, and we should have fun. We have every reason to. Like, we have so many reasons to be joyful. Everyone has different ones. Obviously a lot of the big ones, they had a lot of people are family, friends, and doing the things they love, and I think that's worth celebrating. And if we have the capacity to be joyful and have fun and be positive, we should do everything in our power to encourage that to the people around us. That's what we want to do.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
It's just gonna get somebody saved, but no big deal.